Everyone's talking about AI, but most people are just messing around on ChatGPT. What if I told you there's an actual way that you can make money online using AI by helping small business owners? And what's so great about this business is you can implement these systems into small businesses and charge a monthly fee. In this video, I'll be showing you how to start a simple AI business using HighLevel. And even if you're a complete beginner, this video is for you as well. But before we dive into the actual platform, let's talk about why this works. Most small businesses are really bad at following up with leads. They respond late. Sometimes they don't respond at all. And most of the time, because they're not quick enough with these leads, those leads will end up finding other businesses to perform different services for them. So that's where AI comes in. With HighLevel, you can set up AI chatbots to answer leads instantly, no matter where they're coming from. So if leads are coming to their website, their social pages, emailing them, or even sending them a text message, this AI chatbot will be able to book appointments and help these business owners never miss a lead, no matter what avenue these leads are coming in from. And no, this isn't just a simple, this AI bot is going to send them a booking link. And even though that might be great, and that might work for a lot of business owners, this AI bot will be able to qualify leads, answer common questions, and even follow up with the prospect if they don't respond. You're pretty much giving them a 24/7 salesperson that never gets tired. So how this works is you build it once, you charge a monthly fee, you might have to make some tweaks here and there, but the most important part is you're actually solving a problem. All right, so now that we've set the foundation, before we actually jump into it and show you how to build this out, there's a link in the description for HighLevel. If you sign up using that link, you will actually get access to a free trial, and everyone that signs up using that link, I send them all my different templates, my automations, and even the AI bots that I'm going to show you today. It's just a great way to get a head start, and I really hope that it helps you out. And also, just another quick side note, if you are getting started with your own online business, you can actually join our free community that's also linked in the description. I provide additional resources to you like calling scripts, email scripts, and even pitch decks. So hopefully, again, you get a much faster start than what I had in the beginning when it comes to landing your first client. You'll also find my completely free step-by-step course where I take you from picking a niche all the way to building out your systems, your services, and all the way up to landing your first client completely free of charge, found in that free community and also on my YouTube channel as well. So now that we have that all out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so if you've never logged into GoHighLevel before, I'm gonna walk you through step by step how you can build this out for yourself. So on the left side here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna find the tab that says AI agents. Once you click into AI agents, you'll see here, you're gonna have the option to build your own AI agent. Now you can click into here and already see an agent that I've built out right here named Carly, but we're going to go ahead and build one from scratch really quickly so you can see exactly what this looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and hit get started, and we're just going to go ahead and create a conversational agent. So I'm going to hit here conversational AI, and I'm going to hit this button to create my first one. Now you'll see here, you can either do a general Q&A agent, an appointment booking agent, or you can start from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and just start from scratch with this one, and I'm going to show you exactly how you do this. So I'm going to give it a name. And then down here, what you're going to do is you're going to select the channels that you want this bot to respond on. Now, this is what's really cool. So like I said in the beginning, in the intro of this video, you can put this bot on multiple channels. So what's nice about this is every business gets leads different ways, right? There's businesses that have a really high presence on social media. There's businesses that are maybe more old fashioned and all they have is a basic website, but everyone knows them by their website and that's where they get leads from, right? There's a few different places that leads might come in. Maybe they email, maybe they send a text message, whatever it might be. So when you're going to a business owner, the problem that you're solving here is two things. One, speed to lead, right? All of these people are going to be responded to immediately in order to book appointment, answer common questions, and even qualify these leads for the business owners. And then two, if there's multiple channels that these are coming from, you're going to have a 24/7 live agent that's going to be able to help, again, answer those basic questions, book appointments, so they're never missing leads no matter what channel it's coming from. So it saves a lot of time for the business owner. So once you've put in the different channels that you want the bot to take care of, you can come down here, put the business name, and then right here, you're going to put how many seconds you want to wait before responding. There's like a few different ways that you can think about this. Typically, business owners, if they want to be transparent of the bot being AI, right? Maybe they put shorter response time, so it's 2 seconds, because obviously you can tell if it's a bot if they're responding right away. Sometimes business owners like to take a more human approach, and maybe they want 10 or 15 seconds of a delay, before the bot responds to them. So once you have that in there, you can go ahead and hit save. All right, so once you have all your settings set up, you're going to go ahead and go to bot training, and then this is where the meat and potatoes of the bot is going to be built. You'll see here you have bot goals, and then you have bot training. Now, what's cool about this is it will actually save knowledge from other bots that you've built out. So you can use your existing knowledge base, and you'll see here that there's different websites that this is pulling from and different FAQ docs that I've put in here. So the use case for that is maybe say you serve one niche. And maybe for a lot of these niches, maybe every business is a little bit different, but say you're serving roofers. Maybe for roofers, people will ask questions about, hey, when should I replace my roof? What should I look for when I'm looking for different damage on my roof to know if it is a good time to replace? Maybe there's some common questions in there that you can use for multiple businesses. And so you don't have to rebuild it out every time. You can load your knowledge base. But I'll show you here how you can create a new one for yourself. So we're just going to name this test. And we're going to do create right here. All right, once you get to this page, you're going to see here you have web crawlers, FAQs, and tables. Tables is something that's coming soon, so we're just going to focus on web crawlers and FAQs. And it's pretty simple, guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually add a source. You'll see here, so you have web crawler, FAQ, or tables. I'm going to do web crawler. And what you can do is you can actually go put in a URL. So I'm going to use my own URL, for instance. So this is my website right here. And this is my So Simply website. I'm just going to paste the URL here and extract the data. And what it's going to do is it's going to fetch the pages. It's going to see all the information that's on this page, right? So I might have like my services, reviews, pricing, and it's going to pull all of that information. And now the bot is going to be trained on that. So if someone comes in and goes, hey, what's So Simply's pricing? Now my bot will go, hey, this is what it is, because I see it on the web page here and I'm going to respond. Now, one thing to note, you do not just put in the homepage of the website and expect it to know every single thing that's on the website. And what I mean by this is most websites have multiple pages, right? They might have a contact us page. They might have a home page. They might have a pricing page. Depending on how the website's set up, you'll want to make sure that you post in every single URL for each of the pages within the bot. So just remember that. All right, for FAQs, let's go ahead and move over to FAQs. And this is going to be more copy and paste, more manual inputs. Now, typically what I do is when I set this up for business owners, I will ask them, hey, can you send me over a doc of just your most frequently asked questions? What's the question to them and then what's the answer, so we can build out that knowledge in the bot. Typically, they're totally fine with that. A lot of the times we'll already have an FAQ page on their website. So just to get backup information in there, because again, could you technically put in the web crawler FAQ page? Yes, you could, but I always think it's good to manually input these as well. I've just seen my bots perform better when I do this. So I will go and take the FAQs, paste the question here, paste the answer. Paste the question here, paste the answer. And I'll do that time and time again. So for instance, how much does this cost? And I'll just put $500, whatever it is. So I'll paste that in here, and then you want to keep adding more questions onto that. All right, so once we have that done and we have our knowledge base built out, now what we're going to do is you're going to see this new knowledge base right here. So this is our test knowledge base. And then what you're going to be able to do is you are going to test the bot. And now this is where you want to test, and break. Again, the bots aren't going to always be perfect, right? And I think it's good to set those expectations. We can make them the best possible, but every once in a while, you're probably going to have to make tweaks along the way, but you can make them pretty darn good. So what you can go ahead and do is just ask a question here. And obviously I didn't put a ton of information in this bot, but you'll see here, because I put in that manual question and answer, it's $500. You can see there the bot is answering that question now. And after we build this bot out, I'll actually go into a test website so you can kind of see it in real live action, so you can get a better idea of this. But let's go ahead and move over to our bot goals. We'll just not save these changes because this is just a test bot. Now, this is where we are telling the bot what we want it to accomplish, right? Because there's different types of bots. You might remember the template that popped up in the beginning. There was a Q&A bot, or you could start from scratch, right? And what I'd like to build out in here is a bot that can, one, answer questions, but then also book appointments. Now, you'll see here that HighLevel will actually put in a template. And it's kind of interesting because it will say in the template, you cannot help with booking appointments. You're just a bot to help answer questions, but obviously you can change this around. So I'll just go here. You can help with booking appointments, appointment cancellations, rescheduling, politely let the customer know that you cannot help them with appointments. We want to take that out. And then intent, your goal is to assist the customer with their queries and book appointments when needed. Again, you can make this more complicated, and the bot template that I already have in here, I have it built out a lot more. And then down here, you can set up your actions. So what you can do here is you can either trigger a workflow off of these, you can do appointment booking. And what's nice about this, I'll just show you here. So you can actually connect calendars to this. I'll go on the back end and show you how to do this, but you can set up calendars and GoHighLevel so that you make sure that your appointments are staying organized. Because if you think about it, like the bot, it needs to be pulling information from somewhere, right? It's not going to be just sending out random times, because what if they double book someone, right? That's not going to do any good for the business owner. So what you can do is you can put a test calendar in here. And then what you can go ahead and do is just make sure that the settings are all good to go, so it doesn't double book. A bot can, cancel appointments if needed. The bot can reschedule appointments. But what's nice is the bot is going to go read this calendar, see the other appointments that are on there, and be able to schedule accordingly, right? So again, if you're wondering, hey, where does all the information come from and how does the bot know what times are available? It can all be done right within HighLevel. One other thing that I would suggest doing as well, again, you can play around with all these different actions, but I would also make sure that your settings are all good to go when it comes to stopping the bot. So for example, you can train it so that when someone is saying goodbye or they don't need help anymore, that the bot ends, right? And can just give a final message saying that they have a nice day. Another thing that I will typically put in here is maybe different phrases, or tell the bot, hey, if someone's kind of getting aggravated with you, go ahead and just say, hey, sorry, we can't help you. We'll make sure that we get someone to reach out to you right away, maybe collect their information. And then that way they can have an actual live person go handle that. So anyway, just a quick side note, but again, you can play around with any of those actions. And then finally, at the end, you'll see this dashboard here, and it's really nice because this is great data that you can feed back to the business owner, right? Of how many total unique contacts we've chatted with, how many actions have been triggered, right? Whether you're connecting these to workflows, and then most importantly, how many appointments were actually booked and time that was saved for the business owner or maybe their employees that would typically take this on themselves. All right, now that we have the bot built out, let's actually go see what it looks like in action. And what's really nice about HighLevel is you can actually go and test these bots once they're done. So what I would suggest doing is you can actually just go into sites over here on the left side, and you can just hit back here. And I would just put in any template from HighLevel. Again, you can do it depending on your niche. If you're just playing around with this at first, just put in whatever template that you want. And then once you have that there, what you can do is you can actually preview the website. But real quick, if you've never installed a chat widget before, what you're going to do is you are going to just come up here into chat widgets in the top right, hit new, and you're just going to style your chat widget. It's super basic, super easy. It's just going to say like, hey, what color do you want to pick? You'll hit save. And then what you'll do after that is you'll come back to websites after. I just put in this test template right here. You'll go to settings, and then you'll just select your chat widget. So I've selected that here, scroll down to the bottom right, hit save. And now this is what this will look like. And now I've started to chat back and forth with this just so you can see exactly what this looks like. So now let's pretend this is a website. This is our client. Hey, here's the chatbot. It's going to say, hey, enter your question below. Do you have any questions? Whatever it might be. I just said, I would like to book an appointment. Please give me a minute to assign this out to the appropriate person. And then the chat starts, right? Hey, I'm happy to help. Can you please share your full name so I can assist you better? Yes, this is my name. Hey, great. What's your email? And I can get your address and some other details for your appointment. And I'm just going to give it my email. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and just say, hey, thanks, Nathan, to get started with our services. Like, when do you want to start? I said later today if possible. And then it said, hey, sure thing. How about 5 p.m.? Again, it's looking at the calendar that I connected to see if there's time later today. I said yes. Now it's going to email me confirmation. So boom, there you have it, right? And obviously you can add more details. If it's like a service-based business where someone needs to come into the house, you can prompt the bot to get their address, whatever it might be. But hopefully this gives you an idea of, how you can set up that bot and then go present this to business owners. And it's really neat because, again, when you're doing a demo with business owners, I just want to point this out real quick. Like, that's exactly how you do your demo. Like, what you can do is you can come in here, use the bots that we've already loaded in here, or build out your own bots. And then what you can do is you can take those, edit them, tweak them to be specific to their niche, and then boom, pull it up. Maybe test it a few times before to make sure everything's working properly. Obviously, you don't want anything to mess up live on a demo, but then go through and say, hey, this is how it could work for you. When someone comes to your website and they're asking questions, booking appointments, this is how it's going to capture their information and make sure that they are ready to go. And your people won't have to do a single thing in order to get this on the calendar, get their confirmation email, their address, whatever it might be, in order to provide these services to them. All right. I hope you found that video helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I try to respond to every single comment on every single video that I post. And finally, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, especially because we post all this content completely for free. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.